Today we'll be installing all these shells on this controller. That includes the touchpad. You may or may not need this part, but it's included in the package, so it's sitting here. You don't really need these things because you can take them out of here and put them in here, but again, they're included, so they're sitting there. For tools, you'll need, I would suggest 2 of these. They could be both straight. I just have one bent one straight one. One of these or a flat screwdriver will also work. A very small flat screwdriver. Definitely need one of those. Just a small pair of needle nose pliers and a screwdriver with a very small Phillips bit. So to start, I've got to move everything out of the way. Very simple. Go in the corner, tie up. Pull out, okay. Simple part. We're going to push down on the joysticks. And just pry out on the bumpers. There, the pry bar's done. Screwdriver time. And compared to the PS4, there's quite a bit more screws in the PS5 controller. Actually, we might need the pry bar again. Okay, I guess we need the pry bar again. We're gonna pry these 2 little tabs up to make it hopefully pry them up. Okay, well that one just bent a little bit, but that's fine because it's just plastic. And with these, there is nothing attached to them, but the back likes to catch, so these just pull off. Then, I mean, you can just, put the back shell on, you're done. Easy. But if you want to do the front, this is where it gets fun. So first thing we're going to do is just take the battery out. We can just wiggle it out. There, it's easier just to wiggle it out very carefully. Okay, then we see these 4 ribbons. They are very fragile. It's literally a thin piece of copper wire inside a piece of plastic. And there's a whole bunch of little wires in there. So what we're going to do is take all of them out. They do pull a little on the harder side. There is a piece of plastic. You can just grab the tab and just pull on it. These ones aren't too bad. They're super tiny, and I guess that one just kind of came right out. That just sits right there in the top part. And this one, we have to go around to the front of the controller. And that little plastic piece right there is underneath, so we gotta pop it out. Try to make it go straight through the hole. Do not pull on these things hard at all. They are very fragile. I have broken one by accident. Okay, so now there are screws on each side. Then there's the screw in the middle. and that goes with the battery holder. Then, before we continue on, we got this 5th one here I forgot about. It's for the touchpad. You want to bend it straight so it goes nicely through the hole. Then we go to this side, and we press down on it. Or not. Why is it not going down? I don't know. Okay then. I think it's got to go more straight, and it came out. The one came out before the other one did. No, really. Why is it not going down? That is... Okay, push this side up, and then push this side down. There we go. So you got to go straight down. One side goes down, just hold it up and push it down straight. So don't twist it around too much, or you could break the wires off. You just solder them back on. But if you don't have a soldering iron, that's really hard to do. Then there are 2 more screws here. And these ones are different. They're longer and they're silver compared to the other ones that are all black and shorter. Now we can fully separate it, but be careful. This little plastic piece can catch the hole on the way out. There we go. So, we're going to take all the pads off here. And there is a little mechanism right here for this button. So we gotta pop that thing off. There we go. And then we get more screws for the touchpad. And we'll be using those right away, so. And then this is the part where this is included. I don't know why you need it for, so we're just going to use the original one. If for some reason the original one doesn't work, well, it will change to the other one. Yes, Charlie. Yes. You're fine. This is the fun part. This is glued on here, and we have to peel it off. Now we could theoretically heat it up, but not many people have a heat gun like I do, so we're going to do it the force way, I guess. And this is where these things come in handy. Really? Really? Yes. You're in the shot. Okay, so this part is glued on here. So this is where we take our multiple pairs of these. I'm literally going to wedge it in the corner. Okay, it's in the corner, and I'm going to push it straight back along the edge. I'm not going to push it into the middle. I'm going straight back along the edge. Okay. Now that that's there, this is where we're going to take our second one. And we're going to go along this front edge here. And this does take quite a bit of force to break that bond with the adhesive that they use. It's at least cut, it's not fully done. We're just going to push this in. And yes, I am using a significant amount of force to do this. There we go. You see it just popped. Okay, and then we got it off. There should be enough adhesive here, hopefully, to just put it back on. Make sure it's lined up correctly. The new shell. We got this. We don't need to take these things off because we got the new ones, but to take them off, you just grab and pull them off. But we're just going to use the new ones, the ones that came with the trim instead. Why not? So we do have to take this part off. There we go. There's one of these areas to pull it out. And it clicked back into place. Okay. There. Oh, and there is a rubber thing here too we can take out. I don't know what it's for, but I mean it is there. And there is an arrow on it. There. Everything is off except for that one piece because we got the two replacements. So there is an arrow on this. That's going to go up towards the triangle button. It went on a lot easier than it came off. Okay. Buttons. That was easy. Okay. Oh yes, this does have a direction, I think. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I think it's fine right there. This does have a direction. The little clear tab on there just goes down. I don't know why though. I don't think there's a difference. These things go in with the taller side towards the middle. And this should just click right into place. PS button. And there. That is all done. Maybe we can flip it upside down here. Okay, well, the buttons fall out. We're just going to put these in. These are simple. Just line them up and press them in. Okay, let's put the buttons back in. Did it the wrong way. Okay then. There Did it right the first time, not the second time. So now we want to get the controller itself, and we are going to fully put everything back on. Because in a way, we got the hardest part done. We do want to make sure that that is auto. No, okay. Well, it did start to go through there. We want to make sure that this ribbon goes straight up through the hole. There we go. Then we can grab our silver long screws here and screw this back down. Well, for not being threaded holes, these do go in easier than I would have thought. I am applying a little bit of force though as I do this, just to make sure that it fully goes in there. Oh, let's put the other screws back in, I guess. Right on top up there. Okay. We're gonna hold these two ribbons up out of the way. As long as everything's lined up correctly and this piece of plastic is on top, I should be able to push it back down. You know, it randomly catches stuff, and you randomly just push it down and kind of wiggle it a little bit, and it goes back down. And this clicks. So all the buttons click. Everything clicks fine. Now we get to put all these cables back in, or these ribbons. These will go a little harder than normal because of how big they are. You know what we forgot to do? We forgot to put the touchpad back in place. The touchpad wire. But these do have stops on them, so you can't push it in too far. Or, you know when you have it fully pushed in. And we have to take this back apart because I forgot the ribbon cable. So grab the blue thing. You see the black line on there. Push it straight in. Done. You get to do this twice, I guess. And now it's time for the two little ones. See, I know this one is the microphone. I do not know what this one is. I want to make it straighter because you have to push it through a little tiny hole. You can't plug it in, you can't put it on top, you have to plug it in first. Okay, don't pull on it, push on it because it's not in the right place yet. How about this? Do a combination of pushing and light pulling. Or it just doesn't want to do anything. See, there's a little zigzag in there. There's a little zigzag in there. If you can see it, brown on brown is really hard, but it came out so much easier. There we go. Okay. Don't clip another clip, push it down a little bit more than that, because you need to plug it in. now that it's plugged in, okay, it's kind of automatically already on the clip. And then that's done. This one is really simple. Still going to use this though. I just grab the whole thing because of how small it is. It really does not take much at all. I probably should grab it at an angle so I can push it in straight. There we go. And this just sits right there. So, I guess we do need the battery, don't we? Everything is plugged in. The battery will fall out, so hold it. Actually, just keep it upside down. Make sure that that tab right there is far enough forward, and then it should just pop on. Kind of doing this off camera. Sorry about that. Then we will put all the screws back in. Yeah, these take a little bit of force. That's a hard one to do, so squeeze right there so they don't, because they're not threaded, and these little screws are flat-headed. Okay. Grab the bumpers. They only go in one place, so it's really hard to mess these up. Wiggle it. You gotta wiggle and push at the same time, because you don't want to break those two upper tabs or anything. I've never done it, but it's not snapped together just yet. There we go. We got a full wood grain shell. I don't know why that's sitting there still for, but it is. We turn it on, and we see we got blue light. But you know, it's not connected to a console, so it will just turn off, or it will just keep blinking blue and eventually turn off. Nice. And there you go. And then your, I guess, new controller. Thanks for watching. We just got done modding this controller, and people are probably going to wonder, does it damage the touchpad? Here's Days Gone. Touchpad's working great. So, yep, touchpad still works perfectly fine, and it matches the controller. Of course, it's really hard to see in this lighting, but yes.